Hello everyone, this is Eddie the Magic Monk. Today I'm going to give you 5 things that will help you learn better at school. And the 5 things you can memorize by remembering the phrase learning power. In particular, the word power. Because the word power can be used as an acronym for the 5 things. So the letter P in power stands for being positive. A lot of students, when they don't do well at school, when they don't receive the grade that they want, they say a lot of negative things, either about themselves or about the environment. So some things they say are things like, I'm not smart enough, or my teacher doesn't explain anything, or I can't concentrate, I don't have any time to study. I'm never going to get better at this. I don't need this in life. All of these are negative thoughts that you don't need because they will take the power away from you. So what you should be saying to yourself are things like, I have the ability to do this, or I have a good teacher who is willing to help me, or I'm going to study more from now to improve my results. I'm going to try a bit harder. I will get better at this over time. So you need to start thinking in a positive way, because being positive will help achieve towards your goal. The letter O in power means being organized. It's very hard for you to succeed at something if you are not organized. For example, if you turn up to class without your textbook, or if you turn up to class without your pen or paper or exercise book or calculator, then you're wasting your time in class because you won't be able to do what the teacher tells you to do. So make sure you turn up to class with the right equipment. Make sure you're organized at home as well. So when you're doing revision, you can find the relevant exercises that you need to study for. Is your bookshelf organized at home? Can you find the science textbook or the English novel? Everything that you need is easily accessible when you're organized, and therefore you're saving your time, you're saving brain power from having to think about where something is. So it is important to be organized. W in power stands for work. No one can succeed without doing a lot of work. It's only a fairy tale for someone to suddenly become good at something. That only happens in movies or storybooks. If you want to succeed at something, you will need to put in hours and hours of work into it, just like every other person that has succeeded. All the famous athletes you see on TV, for example, Roger Federer, he would have put in thousands of hours of practicing tennis to get to that level. So it is impossible for you to become good at something unless you put in a lot of practice. So once you are positive and you're organized, you need to get down to work and put in the hours of study that is required for you to do well. E in power stands for exercise. Now I know you're going to say, what's that got to do with learning? Well, a lot of my students and past students, not only are they good at school, they are also good at sports. And the reason for that is because playing sport is actually a good way for stress relief, and it promotes their health, which is important if you want to do well at school, right? It's hard to do well if you are not healthy. Your body is designed to be moving around. So if you don't do sport and you sit there all day, chances are you're going to start having problems with your health. So I would suggest you don't give up sport. Still do a bit of running, a bit of playing whatever sport you play, basketball, tennis, cricket, right? Any chance you have of walking around from school, walking to school, walking home, still put in a bit of time into your sport and exercise. R in power stands for rest. Make sure that you are still getting enough sleep every day, because sleep is essential if you want your brain to work properly. A lot of people before an exam, they will study too much, they will study way past midnight and wake up the next day turning up to the exam with a mind blank. So I would suggest that you go to sleep every day around 9 o'clock and wake up every day around before 6, and that way you will have enough sleep to focus on all your work. Okay, thanks for watching the video on 5 things you can do to improve your school results. Hope you guys found this useful. See you next time.